Draw. My method name is withdraw. Now I have a withdraw method which I am using, and that method is actually having a name. That name is method name. The withdraw is nothing but the method name. I think you can understand this one. Show me, can you hear me? Hello, show me, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's move into the next one.
Yes, I can.
Very good. Now we can move into the parameter list. The parameter list is a comma separated list of variables. Remember, when you are giving in a parameter, you have to give the comma and show each one in separately. Now I am going to show that particular part where I have used the constructor. Over there I have used this parameter list. More than one value is passed through this one. Now when I have passed through this one, more than one value, what I have done, I have given the variable name, first variable type and variable name. Now see, I cannot, here I have passed your name and address. Now account holder name and account holder address as a string. Now I cannot write string h comma a, because each variable, when you are declaring, they needs the data type. In the parameter list, each variable separately identified their data type. So here your account holder, AH stands for account holder, suppose. So account holder is a type of variable. That variable is having a specific data type. That data type name is string. Similarly, address is a specific data it is handling, address data, but the data type of this particular address is string. Similarly, each one is separated with a comma. You can see long P, double B, they all are separated with the comma. Each variable data type, then the variable name, and then the comma. You can see on the screen, I am showing that part. Can you see? Show me, can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now I will explain this particular class later on. Now let me go into the another function which I will create for you today. And you can see I am creating. When you are creating, you have to create a class. Say we are going to learn function. So I write func l l func_l. I just write the name of the function as a func_l. So function learning. Now you can see here the function learning is here. Now I'll open that function learning. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here in this function learning, this part is called constructor. Look at this, all information, they are very important. This is a constructor. Now I'm going to declare a function. Here one function is defined over here. That is, the name is a sample method. Can you see sample method, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this sample method is going to return an integer value. Now I want to pass two value and I want to add them. I don't want these all x and all. I don't want to use. So I can just delete this part, and here I don't want this one, so I can delete this part, and then I can declare this one as a intx and inty. Now I am going to, now this particular function name by default is given sample method, but what exactly it is doing, it is adding the two numbers. So I am going to change that as a add function. So I have written add function, and what add function is going to do, it's going to add the two numbers. Okay, now it's going to add two numbers and it's going to return the value to the things. Now what I want to do, I want to call this function. Now I'm going to define, I'm going to justify the definition. Let's get back into the page number 106. Over there it is written, a method is a name piece of code within a program and executes when it is called from another section or code. Now here, this particular section where I have defined add, this is here, and I am going to call them in another part. This is a part where I'm going to call it. So if I just call like this, how I will call, I will show you. Watch carefully. I have written system dot out dot print ln. What I want to print, I'm going to say I want to call add function, and through the add function I'm going to pass two value 89 comma 67. Everybody watch carefully. I have written here number, and here I have written number, and here I have written the variable int x, y and int say x. Sorry, this should be x. Okay, so if I have given int x and int y, 89 will go with the help of y and 67 will go with the help of x, and they will be manipulated inside this function, and that I will be calling over here. Now, what is the benefit of this? Benefit is reusability. Reusability of the function. Now I'm going to discuss the points reusability in the page number 106. In the page number 106, if you go, you will find the why method. The question is coming, why method? Method are the interface or communication between program components. There are at least three reasons why we use methods. They provide a way to invoke the same operation from any piece of the from any places in a program, avoiding the code repetition. That means you don't have to write the code again and again. You can they hide the implementation details from the component using method. So when they are hiding, because the code is written return x plus y, that is written in a separate part, and where I am calling, if you are watching that part, you won't be able to understand what I am doing. And that is called hiding. And this hiding is very important. When you are a programmer, you want to hide your program code. So that program code you can hide like this. But in the same class, if it may not be hidden, but still it is hidden from the main part of the program. Now, this is what exactly is called the data abstraction. I'm abstracting the function without getting into the background details, how the data is manipulated. I can see add 8967. So when I give add 8967, my 89 and 67 is getting manipulated and adding, but how it is manipulating and adding, that I don't know. That is called abstraction. Now, in the third part, they help us manage complex and bigger program into smaller, manageable and understandable subparts. Very important thing it is. Like if you are writing a big program, and in the big program you have to manipulate different kind of data and different types in different way you have to manipulate, then you can keep a different function, and each function is going to store the information very importantly, and manipulate the data importantly. Like it will just say within the 3 or 4 piece of code, you can manipulate a particular part of the function. Again, another part can be called with another way. I will show you all those in a process. Now, just here, we are going to add two numbers and how it is coming. Let's see. Let me compile this program. Now, when I compile this program, what happens? You will find there is no syntax error. Can you see no syntax error? Show me. Please respond. Okay. Now,
sir.
can you see now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now function is coming. I'm going to call the function. This is written new function L. Can you see, have you seen this particular new function L anywhere? Yes, you have seen. I will open the editor once more. Watch carefully. It is written public function L. This is called constructor. So whenever you're going to create an object, first time when you right click, when it is written new function L, it is nothing but the function, the constructor method is going to be executed. And because constructor creates the object, remember this one, constructor creates the object. Now when you click over here, you will call the method name. So function, it is going to create an object. Look, as soon as you right click over there, it is writing blue J, create object. Can you see create object on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when you are going to create an object, I am going to create, say, object name. You can give anything, ABC. I have given the object name as ABC, and that object is going to execute the function. What function it is executed? Its function name is add. Look, I have given provided those two values, and those two values added and written 156. Can you see 156 on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and this is the object also it has created. Can you see the object? My mouse is on top of the object, ABC object, and ABC object is a part of function L. So this is how we create the object. Okay, so very carefully watch this all. I have explained the methods part, initial part of the method. So with this method we can do different methods and we can do different kind of work. I'll show you one after them, another. So here, suppose somebody asks you, there is a method called maximum and minimum. So if you want to, if I give two values, it returns the maximum, and if I give the two value, it returns the minimum. So if I want to create myself one method called maximum or minimum, I can create myself over here. How I will create that one, I will show you. I will write here public and int, say max. I will write max. So max is nothing but the name of the function, public int max, and I am going to pass, say, in the max method you can pass only two values. Now if you have to press three values, what you will do, I'll write int x, a, int b, and I'll write int c. So this is the method. The method name is max, through which I am passing three values. In generally, you can find out the max with two values. But here, if you want to go with the max with three values, so how to do that one? I'll write int b. B stands for big, equal, sorry, big, 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 equal to a. Means my a is treated as a big. So if a big is less than a, say less than b, then who is bigger? Kamru, can you tell me who is bigger? If big is less than b, who is bigger?
Sir, A is bigger.
How? If
So because
big is less than b, means who will be bigger? B is bigger.
yes,
Big
sir.
is less than b means b is bigger. In that case, what I will do, I will change the big value to b. Okay? And
Yes, sir.
again, I will check. Now, after these two process, who is big? Whoever is the highest, that is the big value. Now I will check if, and what I will check, if big is less than c, then what I will do, I will shift in the big the value of c. Okay, and finally, in what I have given the a value to big, and now I am checking b is less than b, then big, and big is less than c, then big. Now what is the biggest value that is there in the variable big? So what I will do, I will return the value big, and when I return the value big, I will get the value big. So let's check this particular function. I'll compile this one. So there is no syntax error, you can see over there. I'll just get into this one. I'll create the object of this function. Okay, now that time whatever the total that is coming again. Now where is that function? Very important thing is that the function is there in the object. And remember, any method can be called through the object also. Look at this. Where is the method? Method is inside this object. Now how to find that method? right click on top of this. As soon as you right click, you will find that two methods are there. One is add, another is max. Can you see add and max? Kamrul?
Yes, sir.
The max method
Yes,
I'm
sir.
going to call. See, I'm calling max method. When I'm calling max method, I'm going to give three values: 78, 69, and 90. Which one is the biggest one, dear?
Sir, 90. In C 90.
Yeah, 90 is the biggest one, so it should return 90. You click it over there and see on the screen, it is 90. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
So I have not used any and or and all. So I have just used a simple logic, and with the simple logic, I have found the biggest number out of these three. You can see, I think.
Yes, sir.
Okay, everybody. So I'm just getting a very bad thing. This is a numbers is decreasing. Who are the people gone? I've seen them. Their network may be little bit of abstract. Anyway, okay, let me find out. Okay, uh, where are the people? Okay. Now, anybody having any queries regarding this one, please. I have only 5 minutes, 13 seconds left. Please check. Anybody can ask me the question regarding this one. Whatever I have explained, then I will just get into the another part. Okay, one question is Sucheta Maji. Okay, very good. Sucheta, what's the question, dear?
I
Sucheta,
wanted to ask that is there any difference if we yes sir,
if
so
is
is
it,
there any difference
what is
if
it?
we use system.out.println instead of return? So what will be the difference?
Of course, there is a difference. System.out.println is currently going to show you the output. You cannot manage that information with another time. That means if I have returned the value, that value can be manipulated again. Watch here carefully. I can store this value in another variable. Suppose I want to find out the maximum value among three of two different set of data, and then I want to add them the total maximum value of that. That means if I am going to calculate the one of the average, that is, suppose in the science group, whichever the highest marks you got, that is your marks. Suppose physics, chemistry, biology. You have given the exams, and in this one, which one is the maximum marks I want to find out. So I can say science group, SCG, and over there I am checking the max. Suppose a student has scored 67 in biology, 90 in physics, and 87 in the this one chemistry. Now here you can see whichever is the highest marks, that's going to store into the science group. Now here I have written value. I can give a variable also, remember, and in that variable I can enter any value and I can check. I'll show you that part if it's possible. I have very less time, but still I'm trying. Now here again, among the maths and Bengali, say the maths marks and Bengali marks, whichever is the highest, that I am going to take as a group to total, group to highest marks. So I can say score in maths and Bengali. So in the maths and Bengali, which one is the max? Sorry, maths, Bengali, and computer. So I just go for max, and among the max, I go for the three values. Say 78, 67, and 89. Please note down which one is the maximum value now. Now you have a total. Now if I want to print your average among these two sets of data, which are the highest value, and you are going to get the average of that only as your marks. Suppose in this pandemic situation, there are different board has declared their report and result, and over there they have calculated like this. Now if they do only the print, with that print it will display only, that value will be displayed and that will not be used anymore. Here when the value is returned, that is stored into the variable, and that with the print, it will not be storing into any variable. It will show on the screen and you cannot do any kind of manipulation with that. But here I can manipulate and do the future work. Now, if you see the future work, what is the future work I said? I said, say double and AV average is what exactly is the average is here SCG science groups and here I have written SMB, so computer and all these are there, and then I want to divide it with 2 and then I want to store it over there. Now you see, suppose I display now I am going to display what exactly is there. I have manipulated the function and now I'm going to display system dot out dot println. Now what exactly I'm going to display is the average and I'm just going to display the average. Now if I just compile this one, I am less than within a minute, so please try to adjust. Okay, let me see if I possibly I will be able to show you or not. Okay, now if I just see the output, where is the output screen? Yeah, now you see the output screen is showing me 89%. Can you see 89%?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that 89 is calculated. How I have calculated? If I use the system.out.println, it will display only. It will not have any future use. But if I just use this